Good morning, students. Okay, today we will continue with the measurement of matter. Yesterday we discussed about the matter. Okay, what is the matter? How many types of classifications are there? Okay, we have two types of classifications. One is matter, classification of matter at microscopic level. Okay, classification of matter at macroscopic level. Classification of matter at microscopic level into five types. One is solid state, liquid state, gaseous state, and plasma state and Bose-Einstein state. Okay, here next classification of matter at macroscopic level. Okay, two types. One is mixtures and one is pure substances. Mixtures are classified into two types: homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. Compounds are classified into elements, and here elements and molecules like that. Okay, elements and compounds. Okay, here elements classified into three types. What are those? Metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Metals also classified into two types: magnetic metals and non-magnetic metals, which are attracted by the magnet. Those are simply considered as a magnetic metals, which are not attracted by the magnet. Okay, called as non-magnetic metals. Example for magnet metal, iron is the best example for magnet metal. Remaining copper, gold, all those are the best example for the non-magnetic metals. Okay, here compounds are classified into two types. One is homo compounds or homo molecule and hetero compounds. Okay, yesterday we discussed that one. One means magnet metals missed and non-magnet metal missed. Example for magnet metals, iron is the best example for magnet metal. And here non-magnet metal means copper, gold, all those are the best example for the non-magnet metal. That is about the classification. Okay, I want move into the measurement of matter. How matter can be measured? How matter can be measured? By using different systems in olden days, in 18th century, in 17th century, in 19th century. Okay, so many systems introduced by the scientists, by the French, France, Britain and American systems. All are introduced different systems. In those, the important systems for the measurement of matter is, one is NKS system. Okay, and here NKS system and FES system. Okay, sometimes this is also called as MKSA system. Okay, and here CGS system. Nowadays we are using SI system. Okay, we'll see in continuation. Okay, before the 1960, these three systems introduced. Before the 1960, these three systems introduced by the different scientists, different countries. In 1960, introduced one specific system, that is SI system. We'll see in continuation what is the meaning of SI. MK system. M means meter. Okay, here meter. K means kilogram. S means seconds. System. Okay, here MKSA means M means meter, okay, K means kilogram, S means second, A means ampere. It's a system, one system. They mentioned one system. F, okay, here foot, okay, here pound. F means foot, pound, and here second system. Okay, first term is length. Second term is mass. Third term is time. Okay, they measured in different systems. Okay, they gave them different units for them. Okay, see. Okay, here foot now. Here the centimeter, and here gram, and second system. CGS system means. Before the 1960, these all systems introduced by different countries and different scientists. Different scientists. Okay, for the uniform system, scientists Okay, try to introduce, scientists explain. Okay, scientists try to introduce one uniform system. For the uniform, okay, units. For the uniform units, they introduced one uniform system. That is only we called as SI system. SI system means international system. We simply called as, okay, in another way, okay, here system of international. S means system of, I means international. System of international introduced in 1960 by French scientists. By the French scientists. According to the system of international, we have two types of units. We have two types of units. One is basic units and supplementary units. Basic units and supplementary units. Total, according to the SI system, we have the 9 units. Okay, 7 basic units and here 2 supplementary units. We have 7 basic units and 2 supplementary units. Okay, first we'll see what are the supplementary units. We have 2 supplementary units. One is radian and steradian. These two are the supplementary units. Okay, this is used for the angle of any molecule. Angle of any molecule indicated with radian. Okay, angle in solid molecule. Solid angle indicated with steradian. Okay, what are the supplementary units? Angle and solid angle. Angle for the unit for the angle, SI unit for the angle is the radian. SI unit for the solid angle is, okay, here steradian. These are the 2 supplementary units. Okay, we have 7 basic units. 7 basic units. We'll see in continuation those 7 basic units. Before seeing the basic units, okay, how many types of systems are there here? 4 types of system. What are those? MKS system, FPS system, CGS system, SI system. What is the SI system? Then it introduced, okay, system of international system. International system we call as SI system. We simply call as SI system. And here, okay, here I am taking SI system. Basic units. Okay, here we have 7 basic units. One is, okay, here length. One is the length, mass, okay, amount of substance. Okay, here luminous intensity, thermodynamic temperature. Okay, here thermodynamic temperature, electric current. Okay, how many are there? Total 7 are there. What are those? One is what? Length, mass, amount of substance, luminous intensity, thermodynamic temperature, electric current, and finally time. We have 7 basic units. What are those? Length, mass, amount of substance. Okay, here luminous intensity, thermodynamic temperature, electric current, and here time. Okay, length indicated with L, symbol for length. Length indicated with L, mass indicated with M, amount of substance indicated with N, luminous intensity indicated with IV, thermodynamic temperature indicated with capital T, electric current indicated with I, time indicated with T. Okay, small t. Okay, what are the units? Okay, units for the SI units for the length. SI units for the length meter. Okay, indicate with M. Mass kilogram, indicated with kg. Amount of substance, okay, here amount of substance indicated with, okay, here the units for this one moles, symbol is mole. Then luminous intensity means candela, indicated with C. Okay, here thermodynamic temperature, Kelvin, okay, indicated with K. Okay, electric current, ampere, indicated with A. Time, seconds, indicated with S. These are the basic units. How many basic units are there? Okay, 7 basic units are there. What are those? One is length, second one is mass, third one is amount of substance. Okay, fourth one is luminous intensity. Fifth one is thermodynamic temperature. Sixth one is electric current. Seventh one is time. Okay, what is the unit? SI unit for the length? Meter. SI unit for mass is kilogram. SI unit for amount of substance is number of moles or moles. Okay, here luminous intensity, candela. Luminous intensity, candela. Luminous intensity, for luminous intensity, candela. Then thermodynamic temperature, Kelvin. Electric current, ampere. And here time, okay, seconds. These are the basic units. These are the important basic units for the, okay, SI system. Okay, SI system. Okay. Last we discussed supplementary unit, 2 supplementary units, solid angle, normal angle. Solid angle indicate with steradian and normal angle indicate with radian. Okay, in these 7, always asking one question, what is the SI unit of length, what is the SI unit of like that. They may ask some questions from this. And here, we'll see in continuation, okay, different measurements. Okay, different measurements, mass or length, all those we'll see. Okay, here we discuss the SI units for, already we know mass, weight, we discuss here. Mass measured in kilograms according to the SI units. Okay, here grams, also using grams. Okay, the mass or weight of the molecule, the mass or weight of the chemical substance, the mass or weight of the chemical substance measured by using analytical balance in chemistry. Okay, analytical balance, by using analytical balance. The mass or weight of the chemical substance measured by using analytical balance. Okay, here it is present in our chemistry laboratory. Okay, we'll see in continuation how to measure, how to weigh the compound by using analytical balance. We'll see in continuation. Okay, then in continuation, length. Length measured in kilometers. And here 1 kg is equal to how many grams? 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. This is the one simple one. Length measured in kilometers, meters, and here miles. Feet also is there. Don't think about that one. Miles. Okay, here these are the different units for the length. Okay, kilometer is the SI unit, but 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Okay, 1 kilometer is equal to 100 meters. Sorry. Okay, here this is about the just length. 1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers. 1.609 kilometer. 1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers. And in continuation, we'll see the pressure. Okay, SI units for the pressure Pascal. Okay, this indicate with PA. Pascal, different units for the pressure atmosphere. Okay, millimeter. Okay, millimeter, and here bar, kilopascal. These are the different units for the here pressure. Okay, here in continuation we'll see the temperature is the one important one. Okay, we have different units. SI unit is Kelvin. We have the different units for the temperature. Temperature measured in degree Celsius. Okay, Kelvin degree. Okay, degree Celsius, Kelvin, and Fahrenheit. Okay, here what is the relation between degree centigrade and Kelvin, degree centigrade and Fahrenheit? Okay, if you know the temperature value in degree centigrade, how to convert into Fahrenheit? Okay, here 0 degree centigrade is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. This is the relation between degree centigrade and Kelvin. Suppose for example, room temperature is 27 degrees centigrade. Room temperature is, what is this? Room temperature. Room temperature is 27 degrees centigrade. In Kelvin, what is the room temperature in Kelvin? 273. Okay, here 0 degree centigrade is equal to 273. Okay, that means 27 degree centigrade is equal to 273 plus 27. Total 315 Kelvin. Okay, this is the here room temperature at 300. Room temperature in Kelvin. Room temperature in Kelvin. Human body temperature 37 degrees centigrade. What it in Kelvin? Okay, here 273.15 plus 37 degrees centigrade. How much? 310.15 Kelvin. 310.15 Kelvin. That means degree centigrade. How to calculate the Kelvin? How to convert degree centigrade to Kelvin? Okay, you add 273.15 to degree centigrade. You add 273.15 to degree centigrade. And what is the principle for? Okay, here what is the principle for kelvins? What is the principle for kelvins? Okay, here Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 centigrade plus 30. Degree centigrade by 30 plus 30. By using this principle, we will calculate the temperature. We will calculate the temperature in Fahrenheit. Calculate the temperature in Fahrenheit. Human body temperature. Okay, I will give some examples in continuation. Human body temperature 37 degrees centigrade. What is the human body temperature in Fahrenheit? Okay, Fahrenheit. F is equal to what? 9/5 into 37 plus 32. Okay, here we get 98.6 Fahrenheit. Here we will get the 98.6 Fahrenheit. Human body temperature measure 98. Okay, always record in Fahrenheit 98.6. But in degree centigrade 37 degrees centigrade. In Kelvin 310.15 Kelvin. 310.15 Kelvin. Okay, here in continuation we will see the some important important words. We will see in continuation those important temperatures I will discuss in continuation. Length here we have the some SI prefixes. We have the some SI prefixes. Okay, length. Okay, 10 to the power 10 minutes. Okay, 10 to the power of minus 24 we called as yocto. Symbol is Y. 10 to the power of minus 21. Okay, this is we called as septo Z. 10 to the power of minus 18 indicate just octo, we indicate with A. 10 to the power of minus 15 we indicate fem, it is called femto, here F. 10 to the power of minus 12 we called pico, picometers, picos like that mentioned. 10 to the power of minus 9 nano indicated with N. 10 to the power of minus 6 indicated with micro, small m. 10 to the power of minus 3 milli, okay, here indicated with mi like that. 10 to the power of minus 2 indicated with centimeter, centi we call centimeter. 10 to the power of minus 1 we called as dm or decimeter, d. 10 we simply call as deca, capital D. Okay, 10 to the power of 2 we called hecta. 10 to the power of 3 we called kilo. 10 to the power of 9, okay, 10 to the power of 9 we called mega, indicated with ng. 10 to the power of 9 giga, indicated with g. 10 to the power of 12 tera. 10 to the power of 15 we called peta, indicated with p. 10 to the power of 18 called exa, indicated with e. 10 to the power of 21 called zeta, z. 10 to the power of 24, okay, capital Y, yotta, yotta, yotta. 10 to the power of minus 24 we called yotta. 10 to the power of minus 24, 10 to the power of 24 we called yotta, yotta, yotta. Okay, these are the different SI prefixes and their symbols. Okay, and their symbols. Okay, this is about the one simple discussion of the, okay, here length in prefixes. And here I want to give the different temperatures, interrelation between, okay, different units of temperature. Okay, here in degree centigrade case I am taking system. Here I am taking system. Temperature in degree centigrade, temperature in Fahrenheit, temperature in Kelvin. Temperature in Kelvin. Okay, here okay, here I am taking system, room temperature, one system. Second, standard temperature, okay, standard temperature. Human body temperature, human body temperature. Okay, here water melting point, water boiling point, water transition temperature, transition temperature. Okay, we indicate with TT, transition temperature. Okay, here first I will write all those in degree centigrade. Room temperature 27 degrees centigrade, standard temperature 25 degrees centigrade, human body temperature 37 degrees centigrade, water melting point 0 degrees centigrade, water boiling point 100 degrees centigrade. Okay, here water transition temperature 373 degrees centigrade. First, okay, right, I am writing in Kelvin. Okay, first I am writing in Kelvin. How to write the Kelvin? 0 degrees centigrade is equal to 273 Kelvin. 273 Kelvin. That means 1 degree centigrade is equal to 274 Kelvin. Just Kelvin is equal to degree centigrade plus 273. Kelvin is equal, okay, degree centigrade plus 273.15. This is the principle. Okay, for the Fahrenheit 9/5 into degree centigrade plus 32. This is the principle for Fahrenheit. Okay, first I am writing here all these values in Kelvin. 27 degree centigrade means 27 plus 273 means 315 Kelvin. Here 298 15 Kelvin. Here 310 15 Kelvin. Here 0 degree centigrade na simply 273 15 Kelvin. And here 100 373 15 Kelvin. Here 373 plus 273. Okay, 373 plus 273. 373 plus 273. Okay, 646.15 Kelvin. 646.15 Kelvin. These are the units. These are the values in kelvins of different systems. Okay, in Fahrenheit. Okay, in Fahrenheit, room temperature in Fahrenheit. Substitute here. F is equal to 9 by 5 into 27 plus 32. Okay, 9 by 5. 9 by 5. 1.8 into 27 plus 32. How much? 1.8 into 27. 48.6 plus 32. 80.6. Okay, here 80.6 Fahrenheit. Okay, room temperature 80.6 Fahrenheit. Okay, here instead of this you take the 25 here. 25. Okay, 1.8 into 25 is equal to 45 plus 30. 45 plus 30. How much? 77. Okay, Fahrenheit. Here 77 Fahrenheit. Okay, standard temperature. Standard temperature in Fahrenheit 77. 37 means 98.6 Fahrenheit. Okay, 0. 0 means 1.8 into 0. 1.8 into 0. 0. Okay, here that means water melting point is 32 Fahrenheit. Okay, here 100. 100. 1.8 into 100. 1.8 into 100. 180 plus 32. 212 Fahrenheit. The boiling point of water in Fahrenheit is 212 Fahrenheit. And here 373. Here keep 373. 1.8 into 373. Okay, plus 32. 703. Okay, 0.4 Fahrenheit. 703.4 Fahrenheit. Okay, these are the different temperatures. These are the different units for the temperature. Okay, room temperature 27 degrees centigrade, 80.6. Then I ask one more question. Okay, room temperature calculate in Fahrenheit or degree Kelvin like that. Then I ask. Okay, these are the different units for the temperature. In continuation, I will discuss one simple topic and I will finish density. Density. Density indicated with small d. Density means density is equal to mass of substance by volume of substance. Before seeing the here density, what are the units for volume? Normal units for volume is liters, milliliters, like that we mentioned. Okay, SI units for the density is SI unit for the density is meter cube or centimeter cube or decimeter cube. Cubic meter, cubic centimeter, decimeter cube. We mention like that. 1 liter is equal to 1000. Okay, we mention like that. Okay, here mass of the substance. Okay, see the units for the density, SI units for the density. Mass of the substance is kilogram in SI unit by, okay, here cubic centimeter or cubic meter, kg per meter cube, kg per cc, cubic centimeter or cubic meter. These are the units for the density. These are the units for the volume. Okay, 1 liter is equal to 1000 meter cube. Okay, we mentioned like that. Okay, this was the just measurement of the matter. Okay, different units for the matter. Okay, in continuation we'll see the scientific notation. Okay, scientific notation, uncertainty in measurement. We'll see that is also one of the important topic, helpful for the in the problems. We'll see in continuation the topic. Thank you.